a whole nother level again. So a bit of pressure. Moms, cousins, nephews, nieces, everybody's excited.
Let's send it down now to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's the Warriors to start out. Now Golden State's starting five. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. On defense, San Antonio. Curry wide open. Offline with his 3. Aldridge with it. Duncan outside. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got his first points in this one.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
Now Curry, following the 3-point attempt by Tony Parker. The drive by Thompson.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in.
And Thompson making all 9 of his 3-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record, the most 3-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard with the steal.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal. And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Curry with the 3. Again, Curry missing. Spurs trail by 4. Green kicks to Leonard. Back to Green. Outside Aldridge. And Leonard has it in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. Pulls it from the elbow. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Curry, here we go. Thompson, left side. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Golden State on D. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The dish to Duncan. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Now Aldridge, following the three-point attempt by Andrew Bogut. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
First free throw is good. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because...
And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting, his rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
And Green gets it to go.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Curry passes to Thompson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Now here's Parker. Outside Aldridge. Outside Green. Back to Aldridge. Inside. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 3 assists now in this one.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
A different look now for San Antonio. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Martin comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. Spates checked in for the Warriors.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
Here's Mills, following the basket by Stephen Curry. It's West with the drive. A 3 from Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by West. Leonard's got 5.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Curry. Green inside. He's covered by Leonard. He was all alone on that one. And that's now 6 points for Klay Thompson.
What marksman! Their backcourt has set the tone for their whole squad.
And Mills kicks to Martin. West against Spates. Pass to Mills. The three-pointer off the mark. Golden State's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Boris Diaz checked in for Aldridge. And it's Anderson in for Kawhi Leonard. It's West with the drive. That drops. West has got his first bucket in this one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Now, here's Diallo. Anderson dishes to Mills. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. West can't hit. Warriors trail by 4. Ezeli the pass to Barbosa. The feed now to Ezeli. Kicks it to Spates. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. And Golden State also making a change. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Now here's Ginobili. Anderson kicks to Martin. Here's Diallo. And it's Spates with the rebound.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence. Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Livingston, that's good.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
San Antonio's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. The three for Mills, and the shot is good. Mills has got his first 3 points of the game.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Now here's Ginobili. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. The three. Good, and it's Diallo with the assist that time. And now a 7-point Spurs lead. Golden State's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Here's Livingston. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the three.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Ginobili dishes to Anderson. Ginobili the pass to Anderson. Martin kicks to Diallo. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And finished off by Martin.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
That is good. Rush has got himself on the board with 3 there. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Pass to Anderson. And Brandon Rush gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as
for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Livingston. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit. Tim Duncan closing out what's been a remarkable career, a Hall of Fame career. We heard from teammate Manu Ginobili.
He really transformed the franchise. He's one of the best players ever. 4 championships, and 2 MVPs, and if somebody deserves it, it's him.
Well, as Manu saying, Duncan, no doubt the long-term face of the Spurs franchise and arguably their best player ever, which brings up the conversation, Greg, of where he stands all-time league-wide.
Well, he's right there. Listen, let's give him a little more credit. He's got 5 rings now, having won that championship 2 seasons ago. But look, Kobe's in that category with 5 rings and an MVP as well. So he's an all-time great. I don't know how you rank him, but when you have a conversation about the best ever, Tim Duncan will be in.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes, and early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Duncan, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
It's Parker with the drive. Aldridge dishes to Parker. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Parker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road.
Outside, Green from downtown, and it's good in the assist by Parker. Green's got 5 points so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Bogut. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops.
And, with the Warriors on the road, they would occasionally dig a hole they couldn't get out of. Still, hard to critique a team that was so dominant in every facet of the game last season, even on the road.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Ian Clark. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Timeout called the Warriors.
Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players, passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
Kevin Martin, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Warriors trail by 15. Outside Curry. And again, no good by Golden State. We're getting back to Duncan's rebounding. He's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds. But what seems to separate him is his quiet toughness. He'll never back down.
Yeah, it's hard. He's not a guy that's going to yell or pump his fist. He's not going to flex his muscles to the crowd. He just silently assassinates you
well said.
out on the floor.
You're right. You're so right.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Now the pass to Thompson. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Thompson's got 8.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
It's Parker outside. Another miss by Parker. Warriors trail by 16. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Green.
Assist from
Green's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And stolen by Barnes. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Green kicks to Leonard. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. He said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
Iguodala the pass to Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. And it's 6 points for Draymond Green. Spurs leading by 12. Parker with it. Picked up by Thompson. Parker inside. Working on Thompson. Leonard. And he gets it to go. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Parker against Curry. Outside, Green. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love. But I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Boris Diaz checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Anderson comes in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. The Warriors also with a sub. Barbosa's checked in.
Warriors call a timeout.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And Draymond Green will give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
West outside. Here's Mills. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out. And unfortunately, for me, I don't have it.
And Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. Azili's checked in for the Warriors. Mills dishes to Ginobili. Lets it go from deep. That's good. Back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his contributions last year. Parker was hobbled. Corey Joseph was still learning. Mills didn't put together consistent efforts and ended up losing minutes, Clark, because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the most of it.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
At the line for 2.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting five a lot last year.
Back to Diaw for the three. That's good from Ginobili on the assist by Diaw. And that's now 9 points for Ginobili. Warriors trail by 18. Spurs only used their preferred lineup less than half the season, but still a strong campaign. 22 games played with the starting lineup of Parker, Green, Leonard, Duncan, and Splitter.
And, the Spurs will go on to use 23 different starting lineups, Kevin. That would be the 5th most in the NBA.
Dishes it to Spates. Here's Ezeli. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up, get some muscle into him.
Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Barbosa kicks to Ezeli. He dishes it to Iguodala. Golden State moving the ball around. And the slam dunk by Spates.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And the basket by Diaw.
West guy's still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
Livingston kicks to Spates, and Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Warriors have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. The first one falls.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
The Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Ian Clark's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Mills kicks to Duncan. Anderson outside. He feeds it to Diaw. Down low. And Duncan throws it down hard.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Rick, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Bucket. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
The Warriors making a switch here. Rush is checked in. And Mills kicks to Diaw. To the inside. Pass to Mills. Feeds it to Diaw. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
5 on the clock. Here's Mills. They get it back. Here's Ginobili. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
He's signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7". He's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it. And easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get him.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Livingston passes to Barnes. The 3-ball. Shot is no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Mills dishes to Diaw. Ginobili kicks to Anderson. Pass to Diaw. Back to Anderson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just 1 season, I think it's been remarkable.
Warriors trail by 19. Here's Livingston. And again, no good by Golden State.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
First one falls for him. And the Spurs making a change here.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Ginobili. It's Rush outside. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Rush has got 6. Mills. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so a pretty lopsided.
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 13 points and 1 steal. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio? And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Barnes and Green are the forward set. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Bogut in at the 5. Roam in the paint.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He's off on the first.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together, hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Parker against Thompson. West with a wide open look. Draymond Green with the rebound.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
It's stolen by Green. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. And the dunk by Duncan.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
There's Green with the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And 11 points for Draymond Green.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Bogut against Duncan. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Green kicks to Barnes. The drive by Bogut. Out to Thompson. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look now for San Antonio. Aldridge comes in for West, and it's Leonard in for Martin.
Kawhi Leonard.
Barnes against Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Bogut with a clean look, and another basket for Golden State.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Parker outside. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Warriors trail by 18. Curry kicks to Barnes. Leonard with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Duncan down low. Covered by Bogut. Here's Aldridge. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Spurs lead by 20.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively. Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Green passes to Bogut. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bogut's got 7.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
The drive by Green. Green with the block. Up top, Curry, guarded by Green. Back to Curry. They double-team Curry. He kicks it to Bogut. To the middle. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson dishes to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Again, the miss by Bogut.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. Leonard attacking, and it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
And he gets it to go.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
The dish to Anderson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Anderson's got 8 points. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge. Left side, Anderson. Back to Aldridge. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Parker drives in, and he gets it to go. Parker's got 11.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
San Antonio leading by 17. The feed to Aldridge. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. Finished off the break. He's got 12.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Boris Diaz checked in for Leonard. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker.
Did not need two hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit.
Green, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them and second place and the West were the same as the games between second place and eighth in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the West. Against the rest of the playoff teams, the Warriors were a whopping 20-5.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And good on the basket. Book it. Green's got 15.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept him in it.
Diao can't hit.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense. They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. And Anderson has it in the corner. Back to Aldridge. Outside, Ginobili. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. West comes in for Boris Diaw, and it's Martin in for Anderson. And the Warriors also making a change. Rush is checked in. Ginobili right side. Here's West, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark,
yes,
bring it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Ginobili the pass to Mills. That's good from Ginobili on the assist by Mills. And that's 15 points for Ginobili. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Spurs.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Here's Mills. 7 points in the game. Martin dishes to Aldridge. Out to West. The three from Mills. That's good. Mills has got 10.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Kicks it to Aldridge. Outside, Martin. Picked by West. Martin the pass to Mills. Dishes it to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. Martin attacking. The three from Mills. Here's West. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Green. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
At the line for your Spurs, Manu Ginobili. At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Ginobili. And both free throws good for Ginobili. Here's Clark. Pass to Rush. Can they get it? And the shot is good. Rush has got 9 points.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Warriors trail by 17. Down low, it's the veterans Diaw and Duncan. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5.
Stephen Curry.
And San Antonio shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Diaw, the screen. From deep, Green. No good. Nice D from Bogut.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Stephen Curry. Curry's gone 6 for 14, so hovering just about 42% shooting here from the field. That doesn't go either for Green. Warriors shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. The pass to Clark. Back to Bogut. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Soft touch off the glass.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Here's Diaw, and that one is hammered home.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Barnes kicks to Rush. Outside Curry. He dishes it to Barnes. And there's Bogut on the assist. Spurs leading by 10. Parker double teamed. Here's Diaw, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. Duncan against Bogut, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan.
Warriors ball.
Warriors trail by 11. Curry attacking. Over to the wing. Bogut dishes to Thompson. Barnes passes to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Back to Barnes. Fires for 3. No good. Great D that time from Leonard. Spurs leading by 11. Parker kicks to Aldridge. He feeds it to Leonard. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Warriors trail by 11. Passes it to Thompson. Feeds to Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
But, Greg, they can't relax yet. I mean, they've still got plenty of work to do here.
It's Aldridge penetrating. Clock at 6. Kept alive. Outside Leonard. Duncan outside. Curry against Parker. The second chance effort. And it's good on the way in. And the Spurs lead by 11.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Curry kicks to Bogut. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And the Spurs, being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27, had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. His message was this: all of us know these guys are capable of exploding and putting up points in a hurry, so I don't want to see anybody letting up until that final whistle blows. Guys, back to you.
Well, we knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs were sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose 1 game, and they're all the way back to 6.
Here's Leonard. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Warriors trail by 7. It's Thompson off the drive. And stolen by Aldridge. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Now Parker. Pass to Aldridge. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 5 rebounds tonight. Thompson passes to Green. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged player.
And last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Warriors trail by 7. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted number 1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Another shot. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Green.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Aldridge left side. Outside, Green. No good off the back of the rim.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that D. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task, to be the best at, that's when he delivers the most.
On the wing, Green. To stop the drought, and the dunk by Duncan.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
Look at what Bogut has done so far. He's got 11 points, and what a force on the board, taking over on the glass.
Just get out of the way, guys. He is throwing his body all around in that paint.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. That one misses.
They really could have used a perfect trip to the line there. Instead, they're still down 2 possessions. They're digging their own hole here, throwing dirt on themselves. They haven't been nearly as efficient from the line as they were in the first half, and that can be self-destructive.
Shoots off the step back. That's short off the rim.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Duncan with it. Now Green defending. Leonard dishes to Mills. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. Over in the corner, Green unloads. Duncan with the block. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Leonard with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Shot's good by Mills. Now it's a 6-point San Antonio lead.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Curry outside. No luck. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. 22 is their biggest lead.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing.
Shots good by Mills.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Warriors trail by 8. Curry outside. There's the bucket. Good.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Outside Leonard. On the wing, Green. Here's Duncan, and he goes in for the dunk.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
Hey, guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Got a piece of it.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Thompson for 3. Money! And now they trail by just 4. And so they foul intentionally. San Antonio with the ball. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the door.
Shooting for San Antonio, Patty Mills at the line for 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
San Antonio making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Shooting for San Antonio, Stephen Curry at the line for 2.
So he gets them both.
And now down to a 1-possession game. Those foul shots
Huge. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 4. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here are the Warriors now. And the Warriors miss again.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
At the line for your Spurs, Tim Duncan. 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. So he comes up empty at the line. Thompson for the triple. The rebound by Anderson. Green. And so it's San Antonio.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And now